Hi, it's me, Anya, and welcome back to Cozy Room Podcast. Hey guys, it's Artie. Welcome back to Cozy Room.
Womb, girl.
Womb, girl.
These kids get to an age where they just not smelling right. Funky, sweaty, musty. Hormones are on 100. 100. Okay. Hormones change in kids between the age of 7 and 14. And depending on what they're eating, it could be a lot earlier. Okay. Hygiene upkeep is definitely needs to be talked about. There's plenty of books now that talk to children directly about their hygiene for their age, for their body. What are you feeding your kids? What are your kids eating? Do they play sports? Do they not play sports? Are they a bit heavier set than other kids their age? Are they cleaning themselves properly? Do they brush their tongue when they brush their teeth? Are they going to the doctors consistently? Are you having separate discussions with their pediatrician? Are you really being honest about if you do have concerns? Pediatricians always ask you in the appointment, do you have any concerns, any questions? And if you quiet and you have concerns or questions, that is your time. It's your time to speak up. So let's talk about these musty kids because my nose. Hey guys, welcome back to Cozy Room Podcast. My name is Shan. I am the mom of the girls, and this is episode 8, season 18. Did you use soap? That's the real question, because woo-wee. Hey guys, I hope that you're enjoying the show. This is Cozy Room Podcast, and I just want to let you know that there is show merch. Where? Cozy Room Shop with Teespring. And don't forget to check out the podcast books on lulu.com. Now back to the show. Thank you for tuning in to this one woman show, one woman podcast. My name is Shan, and I am the mom of the girls. And if you would like to know more about me and these podcasts, check out shanbpoddin.com and my TikTok. Table topic time. Okay, let's see. 2 cards. Let's see. Table topic cards. All right, first card says, where would you be happiest to live? Ooh. I would be happiest to live right now, if I could choose, would probably McDonough, Georgia. On a big piece of property that had a long driveway and a lot of land and property, and was fenced all around with options. And I like McDonough, Georgia, because it could get really country. It's really quiet. You can go to the common places like a Target, a Home Goods, but it's also quiet, and you're not that far from Atlanta, and you're not that far from the airport, and it's just a good distance from everything for me. And I like it because the people there just seem like they just want to live their life, raise their kids, and mind their business. And that's my steez at this age. Next question. Have you ever read a book that changed your life? Not yet. Not yet. But the most memorable book that I remember reading is The Child Called It. Oh my God. That was crazy. That was a crazy book. Okay. For a child to be reading that? Sheesh. Just a heads up for thoughts. Super sugary foods create body smells, and overly processed foods create body smells that are not so great in children. Dairy, most definitely. Because this milk is not real. This milk is full of chemicals, so it can sit in the store longer. So it can be shipped longer. Orange juice is basically orange juice perfume. It's not real orange juice. It's boiled, it's put in jars, it's put in glass bottles. I don't care how pretty the bottle is or the container. It's better if you squeeze it yourself, right? A lot. Digestive issues and constipation is coming from all of these chemical-filled cereals, this fake oatmeal, this Fruit Loop, granola, crispy Rice Krispie treats that's just sugar, granola bars that look like it's supposed to be healthy, that's sugar. Cookies is not really cookies. Cookies are like $5 a pack. My thing is, like, if you're gonna spend the money on expensive food, at least let it be good for your kids at this point, because everything's so expensive. So choices. Do you need to give your child all that sugar? Okay. And if you're looking for quick things to put in their backpack or drop in their sports bag, go to smellykidsco.com. They have facial wipes, baby wipes. I've always had baby wipes in my bag since I was in middle school. I went to middle school in Florida, and you already know they had the audacity to give me gym first period. Rude, okay? Zayana Kids Soap Bar, a healthier version of soaps, because a lot of soaps do have chemicals in it that really don't help our kids' developing bodies smell great. Teen Spirit deodorant is not going to do it. If you're looking for deodorant for your kid, try no aluminum deodorant. I use Each and Every, which is a great organic deodorant. It's the only one that works all day, doesn't make my pits get wet and stink. I stay dry. I feel refreshed. They have Bum deodorant. I think that's what it's called. They have body deodorant, so you could put it on your chest or on body parts where it rubs a lot and gets irritated. There's so many options on how to stay fresh that it makes no sense. Shower to shower is still a thing on shelves that they can use to put on their chest area and just keep fresh. Okay, you always want to make sure your child's underclothes is cotton, not blended with any other fabric, because it can irritate the body if they're allergic. So it's just all of these things that we can do to prevent the funk. But if you can't prevent the funk, let's talk, because one of my children, she started using deodorant when she was 5. I know. I didn't start using deodorant until I was 11, 12. And she has hair under her arms already. Yeah. So at least once every 2 weeks, I shave under her arms myself. So yeah. Life, okay? Life.
Hey sis, if you don't like getting attention at the gym or while running errands, you might want to skip this ad. But if you're like me and love to be asked, where did you get those leggings? Or that hoodie is cute, where did you get it from? Well, then let me tell you about 1977 Hustle Lane. 1977 Hustle Lane is where fly gear and dope culture live. From your leggings to your tanks and of course to your hoodies, they will always have you feeling and looking your absolute best. So stop what you're doing and go check them out at www.1977hustlalane.com, on Facebook at 1977 Hustle Lane, or on Instagram at 1977 Hustle Lane. I promise you won't regret it.
Here we go.
Back to the show. As parents, please, please, please do not be afraid to research the chemicals in your child's lotion, their chapstick, their toothpaste, and most importantly, that body wash. Okay, it's your kid's body, and you want to make sure that you're not spending money bringing in a chemical that is not agreeing with your child's body. Okay, kids love to be active, and that may cause them to sweat. Okay, the glands on these kids get stimulated um, with perspiration and bacteria, and all of that mixed up together is just ugh, ugh. Like, I can smell you where you've been in the house. And so it's very important for them to take daily showers, use the proper soap, use the right deodorant. Okay, and they need washcloths. Make sure they are not in that shower putting bare hands with soap bar or soap body wash to skin and thinking they got clean. They need a back brush, they need washcloths, they need a shower cap. They need to be cleaning that face with like a scrub, a soft scrub, bristle round brush thing, or some type of exfoliating facial wash sponge. They need to clean themselves properly and dry properly. A lot of funk on children is because they don't dry themselves properly and they just throw on clothes and their skin is wet, or they don't moisturize properly, or what they're using to moisturize may not be agreeing with their skin. Okay, there is something called, forgive me if I butcher this, bromhidrosis. Bromhidrosis. I think that's what it's called. But anyway, what it is it's a chronic medical condition that causes extreme body odor. That means worst of the worst of the worst. And if your child is smelling cheesy or like onions, they might have this issue. Okay, and it's something they're going to live with, so teach them how to deal with it. It's basically their sweat glands have more of an intense smell, and if your child is experiencing this and needs more medical attention, please bring it up with the pediatrician. Okay, teach your children the proper way to brush their teeth, wash their face, mouthwash, clean their ears. For you clean their ears at least twice a week. Cleaning their tongue helps with bad breath. A lot of times, if your child is experiencing uncontrollable bad breath back to back to back, it may be because they're not digesting their food properly, and they need to make a bowel movement more often, because all of that bacteria that's in their stomach will sit on their tongue. Okay, kids are getting body hair a lot earlier than usual, which adds to the mustiness. Okay, so drinks like soda, Gatorade, sugary juices, they're not helping your child smell. Okay, good smelling kids are hard to come by. So if you have some, listen, make sure that they're educating their siblings. Okay, it takes dedication. It takes consistency. It takes you being able to pull your child to the side and say, hey, I know you told me that you took a shower, but I need you to go back in there and try again. Try again. Okay? Because you don't smell like you just took a shower. You smell like you just got wet. All right? And teach your daughters how to wash their hair properly. Teach them how to find their own facial routine, especially as teenagers. I wish somebody told me as a teenager that the key thing that I needed to do is lay off the sugar and drink more water. Laying off the sugar and drinking more water will do so much more for your face when you're going through puberty and getting acne. Drinking celery water. If I was introduced to green juices a lot earlier, or eating spinach, or just making sure that having multiple bowel movements multiple times during the day was a thing, so it didn't show up on my face. Because a lot of what shows up on your face and your skin is your body not really passing all the toxins out your body as often as it needs to. Okay. Some parents will say, but what about their privacy? What about their trust? I have to trust that they clean themselves properly, quote unquote. I have to trust that they're keeping their room clean. I can't just go in there. If you pay the bills in that house, yes, you can. You can knock. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to wait till all of the families in the family room and be like, you know what? Noah, you stink. I don't think you brush your teeth today. I found this in your boxers when I was doing. You don't have to do that. You don't have to embarrass them, but you must talk to their musty selves in your room, in your office, outside at the car, in their room. Talk to them. Okay, tell them the one time you had a friend in school and this and this and this happened, and let them sound similar and think, oh, it was your friend's problem. Maybe that's my problem. Like, if you have an issue with being direct, but if you don't tell your child that they stink at home, society is going to tell them that they stink. And they're going to be surprised. They're going to be taken aback, like we are taken back by their pits. Okay? If you don't tell your daughters that, hey, when you're on your cycle, nobody in the house needs to be able to smell that you're on your cycle, see that you're on your cycle. This is how you get rid of your trash when you're on your cycle. This is how you clean up the bathroom, refresh the bathroom, okay? This is how you take care of yourself when you're in a public bathroom and you're on that. Always make sure that you have a sanitary napkin. Like, if you don't have those conversations, they're going to walk around society thinking they're cool, smelling like that, okay? If you don't tell your daughters that I shouldn't have to tell you that it's time to wash your hair. You should feel that it's time to wash your hair. You should see that it's time to wash your hair. You should know if you did a good job of washing your hair. I shouldn't have to tell you, did you brush your teeth and wash your face? You should do all of those things automatically. I shouldn't have to ask you and remind you to put on deodorant before you leave the house. You should do that automatically. Like, these are habits that we must start with them so they can do themselves. Okay? So, ma'am or sir, if they stink, let them think before they leave that house. Okay? If they stink, you need to tell them. Okay? If they smell unwell, then they probably are unwell. Okay? We just don't need to be raising a society that won't tell your children the truth because you don't want to hurt their feelings. Well, their body odor is hurting a lot of people's feelings outside, in the classroom, at work, in the grocery store, in the bathroom stall. Okay? So please talk to your kids. Feed them healthy things. Make sure they're getting their fiber and using the bathroom so it's not showing up through the pores of their body or on their face or just funking up society. Okay? Thank you for listening to another episode of Cozy Womb Pod. This is a parenting podcast brought to you by Red Circle. If you would like to donate to the podcast, you can in the link in the description. Thank you. And till next Monday, keep them kids fresh and wash them kids thoroughly. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.